Our new topic is revisiting rational number and then their decimal expansion. As you learn in ninth standard about the rational, irrational number, their expansion. The rational number, we can say it is a number which we can express in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0 and p and q are integer. And expansion, there are two type of expansion regarding the rational number. Either they are terminating or non-terminating. What do you mean by terminating? Terminating means that can be stopped at the fixed place, or after a few points they are stopped. And non-terminating means they are continue. Okay, that there are means it is infinite. It cannot be stopped at fixed place or any fixed point. I have written few example. So terminating decimal expansion, 1 by 2, it is 0.5. So after decimal point, after one place, it stops. Okay, 7 by 8, 0 point, it is a decimal point, and after that there are three place. So after three place, it will not continue. Okay, so it is fixed for the three place after the decimal point. So such examples we can take for the terminal decimal expansion. It terminates at one place. Okay, and non-terminating or repeating or recurring, we can say. What do you mean by recurring? Reoccurring number. The number which is repeating again and again, we can call it as a recurring number, or we can also say it as a repeating number. So non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So for example 10 by 3 or 1 by 3. In both the case, you can see that it is 3.333 infinite. Okay, so we can write in short 3.3 bar. And 1 by 3 is 0.333. Again it is infinite, and in short we can write as 0.3 bar. Okay, you all this studied in ninth standard. Now, but what is next? What is different in 10th class? Right? So here your knowledge till now, okay, is okay. But here in this session, we will see when we get a terminating decimal expansion and non-terminating decimal expansion. Okay, you have done a long division method in ninth standard to find out whether the decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating. But in 10th standard, without long division method, we will see that when the terminating decimal expansion we get, and when will we get a non-terminating decimal expansion. In this, we can't or we do not use a long division method. We will take a help of theorem 1.6 and 1.7 to get idea about when will we get a terminating or non-terminating decimal expansion. We will not use a long division method. Let's do or see how 1.6 and 1.7 theorem useful to get an idea about terminating decimal expansion and non-terminating decimal expansion. Theorem by which we can say that whether the rational number has a decimal expansion terminating or non-terminating and recurring are the two theorems, theorem 1.6 and theorem 1.7. Okay, so let's go through word by word to understand what is the statement of regarding theorem 1.6 and theorem 1.7. So 1.6 says that let if x is equal to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, where m and n are non-negative integers, then x has a decimal expansion which terminates. I have taken two examples so that you can easily understand what is the actual meaning of the statements. So, first example is 3 by 20. 3 by 20, can I write 3 by 4 into 5? So, 4 is 2 raised to 2. Okay, so here if you see that 3 by 20, I express like 3 by 2 raised to 2 into 5. So here P is equal to 3 and Q is equal to 2 raised to 2 into 5. So here I can say that Q is in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, where n is equal to 2 and m is equal to 1. Okay. So in this case, we satisfy this condition that Q is in the form of 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m. Okay. Now, second example, 17 by 8. If you see 17 is a P and 8 is a Q. So 8, can I write as 2 raised to 3? Yes. So if I write here 2 raised to 3, okay, and here I can write into 1 like this. 2 raised to 3 into 1. Instead of 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3 into 1. Does it change the number of denominator? No. 2 raised to 3 into 1 is also 2 raised to 3. Now, in place of 1, can I write 5 raised to 0? Yes, because power of any number, if power is 0 and the exponent is any number, then you will get 1. So instead of 1, I have written here 5 raised to 0. So now, if you see 17 by 8 is now 17 by 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 0. So here P is equal to 17 and Q is 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 0. It means Q is in the form of again 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. But here n is equal to 3 and m is equal to 0. So in both case, if you see, in first case, both 2 and 5 factors are there having power. In second case, just 2 factor is there. There is no 5 factor, but I involve 5 like this. And in this both case, I have shown that Q is in the form of 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m. So in both case, we can say that the decimal expansion of rational number is terminating. The condition, I repeat, the condition for being a decimal expansion terminating is the form of Q. The form of Q is at the denominator place. The form of Q is merged in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m. Is it clear? Now, here the question arises, instead of 2, if there is just 5 at the denominator place, just like this, यहाँ पे 8 is equal to 2 raised to 3 है, उसी तरह सिर्फ 5 हो, तो क्या वो डेसिमल एक्सपांशन टर्मिनेटिंग हो सकता है? एंड आंसर इज यस. इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट 2 or just 5, the number again terminates, it terminates, right? Either 2 and 5 both require either 2 only or either 5 only. Okay, तो तीनों तीन कंडीशन में either decimal expansion terminate कब हो सकता है? When at the denominator place, at the Q place, at 2 and 5 both involve, okay, or either just 2 involve or just 5 involve. So in these all three categories, we can say that the decimal expansion terminates. Now move to the next theorem 1.7. Okay, so when the decimal expansion is not terminating and it is recurring, That we will see from the theorem 1.7. If you go through the statement, let x is p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which is non-terminating, repeating, or we can say recurring. Okay, so here in first case we have seen that q is in the form of, and here q is not in the form of. So what it means? I have taken one example, 77 by 210. So 11 into 7, 30 into 7. So 7 cancel out. So remaining is 11 by 30. 30 I can again expand as 2 into 5 into 3. So if you see here, 2 and 5 is there, but there is an extra factor 3. So we can say that it is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, as this has an extra factor. I hope it is clear. Okay, so I repeat the same thing again. There are two types of decimal expansion in rational number, either terminating and another side non-terminating, recurring. Okay, so without long division method, how can we say that this rational number has a terminating decimal expansion and this rational number has non-terminating recurring expansion? Okay, so without long division method, we can, by theorem 1.6 and 1.7, we can say. Okay, and in theorem 1.6, it is clear that if q means at the denominator place of rational number, it is in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, means 2 और 5 का फैक्टर दोनों इन्वॉल्व हो, या आइदर सिर्फ 2 हो या आइदर सिर्फ 5 हो at the denominator place, then the decimal expansion of that rational number is terminating. Okay, और 2 और 5 के अलावा अगर कोई और नंबर भी इन्वॉल्व है at the decimal place, then it is not possible कि वो rational number terminating है. It means it is non-terminating. Is it clear? Okay. Now q is not, if it is not in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to n. Let's see the exercise 1.4, and the first question is, without doing long division method, you have to say that the given rational number are having a decimal expansion terminating or non-terminating. I hope that it is clear from these two theorem, and by giving example that you have idea how to check whether the given rational number has a decimal expansion terminating and non-terminating. Let's continue with the exercise 1.4, question number 1. Whether the means rational number has a decimal expansion, whether terminating or non-terminating, and you have to show this without long division method. First is 13 by 3125. It is a rational number. So obviously it is in the form of p by q. P is a numerator, q is a denominator. So here p is 13 and q is 3125. So 3125, can I write like 5 raised to 5? Yes. And 5 raised to 5 means it is multiply with 5 raised to 5 into 1. Yes. So into 1, in place of 1, can I write 2 raised to 0? Yes. So by this way, I show that the given q, it means given q is in the form of 2 raised to n, 5 raised to m. And if it is in the form, then its expansion, decimal expansion must be terminated. Okay. Terminating decimal expansion, this number have. Okay, Now second, 17 by 8. We have just seen the example just before 2 minutes. It is in the form of P by Q. Again 17 by 8, 2 raised to 3 and into 5 raised to 0. Okay, so again Q is also in the form of 2 raised to n into 5 raised to m, and therefore this number 17 by 8 has a terminating decimal expansion. Now next, third one, 64 by 455. Again P is 64 and Q is 455. If I factorize it, 455, so the factors I got is 5 into 7 into 13. So if you see, except 5, here there are two numbers 7 and 13. So we can say that this number 455 is not in the form of 2 raised to n 5 raised to m, and if it is not in the form, it means this number 64 by 455 will have non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Rest of the sums, the same method you have to follow for the rest of the sum. If it is in the form of 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m, then it is a terminating decimal expansion, and if it is not, then it is non-terminating. When it will be not? When other than 2 and 5 numbers are there. If there is just 2 or 5 numbers or both the numbers are there, then the number given rational number has terminating decimal expansion. I hope you got all these things and you can do homework in your notebook. Okay, and stay safe, stay home. We will meet soon in next lecture. Have a nice day.